Greetings, children of the screen. Your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here. And today we are going to be talking about Batman, Creature of the Night #2 by Kurt Busiek and Jean-Paul Leon. You might remember that in the previous issue of this book, we met Bruce Wainwright, a young man who does not live in the normal DC universe, who is a big fan of Batman comics, not just because his name sounds vaguely similar, but that does have something to do with it. One night after having gone out for festivities, young Bruce and his parents come home and are victims of a horrible, violent attack that kills both his parents and leaves him injured horribly. After he recovers, he basically goes into private school, military-type school, and as he kind of grows up and learns to deal with this, he starts having these bizarre nightmares about a giant bat creature who are looking for the people behind his parents' death. However, as the book unfolds, we learn that this is not a dream, that this is really happening, but we're never really told what's really going on. And that's kind of where the first book leaves off, after this bat creature has brought the killers of Bruce Wainwright's parents to justice, and that is where we pick up today. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into Batman, Creature of the Night, #2. As we begin this issue, we find Bruce Wainwright in college, and much like his namesake, he has quite a way with the ladies, as he manages to pick up this girl who has been making fun of him for reading comic books. We then also see that, like his namesake, he has an investment business that is doing very well. He is greeted by his uncle, as well as several other associates, who congratulate him on his newest payoff. They invested in a company called Pennyworth Manufacturing, and here recently, a rival company's ship sank, destroying all of their product, making Pennyworth Manufacturing big business, and now that they have ownership of it, it makes them a lot of money. Like his namesake, he's successful in business. Like his namesake, he's successful with the young ladies. And just like his namesake, when the night comes, at night, there comes the Batman. For years, the two of them have been a team, helping the police to take down multiple criminal organizations. But the Bat keeps telling him, there's so much more. Bruce instinctively knows this to be true. He knows that the world is full of so much discrimination, so much crime, so much injustice, and that there has to be something more he can do about it than just feeding the Batman. He goes to his Uncle Alfie, telling him what his thoughts are, and that he wants to set up a new foundation that would help out children who had been orphaned by crime. And he has the first candidate picked out. She is perfect. A 14-year-old girl, and her name was Robin. But at the same time, it wasn't enough. He had helped her, but her parents' murder was still far from solved. They had never caught anyone and had no... He had helped her, but it wasn't enough. Her parents' murderers were still out there. She had no justice. So, he and the Bat would do what they do best. After a few smooth, Bruce Wayne-style tactics with the local police, Bruce is able to get the girl's file, and from there, it doesn't take long for he and the Batman to find who's to blame. And as always, when they do, it is badness, it's insanity, it is violence, it is justice. A short time later, at a large charity ball, Bruce bumps into Robin, and she tells him how grateful she is for everything that he's done for her, and that she too thinks that because of all of this, she might want to help the less fortunate, those who have been victimized by crime. So Bruce offers her a job with one of his many foundations. As Robin walks away, Bruce feels pride, but the victory is short-lived, as a detective soon comes over and tells him that a rival businessman to Bruce, who had been put away for drugs, turns out had been set up, And not only that, the giant shipping accident that had resulted in the payoff of his Pennyworth manufacturing deal. The ship had been sabotaged. Bruce thinks about it. He had the Batman on this. There's no way. Until Bruce starts to realize, but it can't be. It can't be. So he goes to see the Batman and asks, is it true? The Bat says, you're safe. And Bruce tells him to show him. Show him everything. As he begins to look through the Bat's eyes, he now sees everything. There was so much more. He sees the drugs that the Bat planted to get the man arrested. He sees the ships crashing, and now realizes why. Because of him. All of these things the Bat had done for him, but none of them were justice. Yes. You safe, keep you safe. Make it right, make it fair. Bruce screams out, go! Go away! Go! And he does. With a vicious fluttering of wings, the figure disperses, leaving Bruce Wainwright alone again on the rooftops of Gotham. Right on, guys, so that was Creature of the Night number 2, and it was pretty awesome. Again, this book is paced more almost like a novel. It is a little bit slower paced. I still really love the artwork in it, the feel of like the more classical kind of like 70s, 80s Batman stories in terms of the art style. And while the story kind of moves slow and we're kind of given things very paced out, like, I still really like it. I find the characters interesting, the world interesting, and especially with the twist at the end of this book, which I have to admit I kind of did see coming, but it doesn't take away like the level of intrigue that I feel about how all of this is going to play out. I'm still very interested to see what happens with all these characters and to see where it's going, because as much as I did like this issue, I still have no idea where the story arc is going. My only hope is that by the final issue, we get to see Bruce Wainwright probably put in some kind of a prison for the mentally insane or something like that, the criminally insane, and we get like a nice kind of Arkham parallel or something like that. That's the only thing I can really see in terms of where this is going. But again, like, I feel like these first 2 issues have really been the setup, and maybe the next 2 issues are going to be the things that actually pay off more. So I'm really interested to see what happens next. I still highly recommend this book. It is a little bit pricier. How much are these running for right now? At $5.99, it's a little bit pricier than your normal book, but it was really solid if you want, like, a nice Elseworlds Batman story. Since they're not doing the Elseworlds imprint anymore, that's still basically what this and, like, Batman White Knight and a lot of that stuff is. It's basically like a modern-day Batman Elseworlds type thing. So, in that sense, I would still highly recommend this if you like those kind of things, and also, like, if you just kind of like cool, creepy, monster mystery stories, like, this would also be pretty good for you. Right on, guys, so those are my thoughts on the book. I'd really like to know what you guys thought of this particular issue. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you like this video and to share it with some friends. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure and subscribe so you can check out all the content I'm going to have coming out in the new year. Considering this is my last video of the year, so thank you guys very much for watching this whole year. Thank you to my new subscribers and my old subscribers alike. I hope y'all had a fantastic holidays and a happy new year. As always, thank you very much. Nerd Scum, out.